my heroes, and welcome back to Soul Horoscopes Weekly Edition. I'm your host to the universe, Christopher Witecki. And this week we are sponsored by the Guardian Agency. We got a new feature coming out. Because we're in Pisces, I'm going to start sending out psychic tests. I actually started this last week. These are kind of like personal with text in the sense that they ask you a question, and what you want to do is answer the first thing that comes to mind. What I'm doing is helping our clients develop their psychic state of awareness, especially now that we're past the holy shift, and helping you really begin to trust your psychic state of awareness by asking you the right questions at the right time. So keep out for the psychic test this week. And come on down to soulgarden.me. We are growing by leaps and bounds. We have so much cool stuff going on. Right now, the Aries are talking about not talking and doing. Bernadette Morgan is heading the Aries troop and saying, get out of your crap and move forward. We got a lot of discussions going on. We got a lot of activity and resources for you. We're here for you. Consider us your Facebook away from Facebook at soulgarden.me. And we are moving through Chapter 2 now of Sun in Pisces. The Aries race this month is working on inner faith. That's what Bernadette is talking about. That is clearing the weeds in your soul garden, finding that part of yourself that believes in yourself, holding that vibration, and using it as a grounding, a psychic grounding, really, to yourself. As we start off on Monday, the moon and the sun are working in perfect harmony. The sun is ruled by Venus, so it's a day of restoring balance and order to your inner faith. Depending on the holy shift on Saturday, will determine kind of what this week is about for you, but ultimately, you should be left with just a quiet portion of yourself as you start the week. This is the seed of inner faith. This is what Neptune will build over 14 years. This is the beginning of a new spirituality for Rams, and it probably feels quite quiet on Monday. The moon will be in Leo, so although you are very spiritual and restoring balance and faith, the moon puts emotional focus on your inner child. So it's a good day of creativity, and it's a good day of coming together. Also on this day, Mercury and Uranus conjunct at dead 3 degrees. So this will likely be some sort of amazing intellectual breakthrough. Your ego will realize something, maybe by your faith and your inner child coming together with a realization with Mercury conjunct is like, oh my gosh, I am, insert the blank. That's really what you're getting to, is a new I am statement. Moving to Tuesday, Neptune rules the day. So Tuesday is really the most spiritual day. This is the day where I'll be sending out the first wave of psychic with text, so to speak, the tests. This is also a day where you're logging into your highest self and you are stepping into what you possibly want to do as far as the next step in your inner faith building. Okay, the moon will still be in Leo, so inner emotions will focus on your inner child. It's a good day on Tuesday to focus on creativity, to focus on getting your inner faith behind your personal dreams. And if you're having issues with a lover, the combination of these two planets on this day will really get you in tune with that love affair, so you might want to do that as well. Also, don't forget, we now have office hours on Tuesdays. Come on down and beta test one of our psychic or practitioners, especially on Tuesday. We'll all be very psychic. We have a rotating schedule, but we do begin at 11 a.m. Pacific time. It is free to the public, 5-minute readings if you have a webcam. On Wednesday, we are blessed with a full moon. It will be a big day on Wednesday. Now, I'm bringing back this grand trine that I was showing you last week. This grand trine is continuing to tighten, okay? I'm going to talk about this a little bit later in the horoscope, but this is going to turn into another holy shift on March 14th. A bigger one, the one that follows the clearing we went through last weekend. So this is active, but really remember, a full moon is an opposition, a tug-of-war between the sun and the moon. Now the moon will be coming full just as it crosses Mars. That's why I bring up this grand trine. So this grand trine gets struck. We get emotionally struck and really, I don't know, I guess kind of, well, it's like a lightning rod, basically. When the moon crosses this and it's full, this whole triangle will light up, basically. You will feel this whole triangle. Notice Venus on approach for Jupiter. Venus and Jupiter will be conjuncting, dead conjuncting on the next holy shift coming up on the 14th. So we're really lining up. But on this particular day, it is a tug-of-war between your desire to create faith and the hard realities of reality, which you will be feeling pretty hard with the moon in Virgo. So you are feeling your reality, and this is a real test of faith, but this is also an ability to let go of what prevents you from faith. This allows you to plug in and do the necessary details. In some cases, you'll have to make some changes in your daily reality, says Mars, in order to have faith all the time. Perhaps some of your daily reality activities erode your faith. And those watched over in GA will be sending a lot of Witecks out in that day to coach you along. We'll also, on this particular day, be sending out our next GA text alert. So for those of you who sign up with our GA text alert system, we will be sending it out at the peak of the full moon as a courtesy to you all. And many people, we sent out a coupon last week and people went to Soulmart and bought things, so it paid for the Witecks. It's perfect. So this is being paid for by people who are buying, so I'm happy, you're happy, we're warned, it's going great. Now, moving to Thursday. Thursday, you should be perking up no matter what the full moon means as far as a test of faith. That's because Mars is ruling the day. It is time to take action, time to move forward, time to step out of your rut. The opposition is still technically in effect. It's still a full moon, but the apex, or the biggest, most intense part of it, is over by the time you wake up on Thursday. Your emotions are still hyper, where you're still focused on your body, and we're still trying to get you to step into a higher faith in yourself. So I'm going to be encouraging you all on Thursday to take action. This is not a day of meditation. This is not a day of contemplation. This is a day of get off your astro and do something about it. And I'll be sending out texts to encourage you for that as well. Then on Friday things actually kind of calm down. It's a nice time. The moon will move into Libra for one. That will shift your emotions to long-term relationships, marriages, and partnerships. The sun will have no ruler, so it's a day of holding space and manifestation. I'll be encouraging you to hold the new vibration of how you want to have faith, to hold the new psychic awareness, to hold any of the spiritual development just open. That's what you want to do. You want to hold it open. And with the moon in Libra, you're holding it open and restoring balance to your life. If there's any faith triggers on Friday, it actually might be a long-term relationship. Someone pulling you in, threatening your faith, maybe a relationship threatening your faith, but you hopefully holding steady and holding the space. By the way, don't forget, SG Live is live on Fridays at our SG Prime Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard, and you can do the math all the way around the world to London and Honolulu on the other side. We are focusing on Neptune and developing psychic ability, so really just bringing the whole garden around this theme, the GA text, everything, and Carolyn and I are working on helping you understand psychic ability in a deep way. Last week we worked and talked about Edgar Cayce, but we had a little weird electrical storm, so we lost power. Anyways, come join us. Should be a good time. Then on Saturn Day and Sunday, this is in a way kind of the climax of the week in some regards. We really are building up to this new what do I call it? Holy shift that will happen on the 14th. Notice Venus and Jupiter here becoming really close. Venus is now 6 degrees, Jupiter is now 9. Now Jupiter has nearly returned to where it left off when it retrograded. So we're nearly back to where we were as far as soul capital development for you, self-esteem development. This is where you left off in September of last year when things got a little too real. But Venus is going to kickstart that. The Saturn and Jupiter here are beginning to oppose in this regard with the Venus opposition. This is all coming to a climax. During the day, the moon will cross Saturn, and this opposition is going to light up like a Christmas tree. What this is a tug of war between self-esteem and wanting to draw in a value and abundance, and on the other side, having to change some of your relationships to get there. Okay? This is really self-esteem and ego putting the final touches on ego, and this is really boundaries and where you draw lines and putting the final touches on relationships. We have a really multi-state awareness situation, but what it comes down to is a tug of war. On the one hand, between what your ego wants and what makes you feel valuable. On the other hand, how you have to make changes in your relationships. It could just be simple as your husband or wife is spending all the money. You need a new boundary. Boom. Okay, but it's something to that degree. So over the weekend, basically emotions come online. You get emotional about the faith issue. You get very passionate about your faith issue. On Saturday, probably a little vulnerable with the emotions. On Sunday, feeling more positive with the emotions. But on Sunday, the moon will move into Scorpio, so you will be hypersensitive to your boundaries, even though you're feeling more positive with Jupiter ruling the day. So it really is just kind of a mixture of the day. To kind of sum up the entire week, what we want to do here is we want to move from figuring out and balancing where the faith is all the way to holding your faith by the end of the week and holding your faith emotionally. Now, I just want to point out, for those who bought Act 1 videos, this is a time to go back to your Act 1 video. That's because you want to look at when I talk about the second holy shift, which happens in March. It's a big deal, and there's a lot of details that I can't go into in your weekly horoscope. So whip that video out and get some more use out of your $4.95. All right, my Rams, that's all I have for this 7-day forecast. I'll be texting you heavily in GA. I'll text you once if you're in the Alert Network, and otherwise I'll see you in 7 days. Until then, live, love, be.